Hello everyone, this is Jer, and I'm playing Oxygen Not Included. We're starting off this episode by building mesh tiles that were researched recently because we've got a lot of hydrogen that's been building up in our rooms. Gotta dig out this tile if I want that hydrogen to fall out. And over here, this is actually going to create a great hall, but I'm worried about the sand falling down, but if I up the priority of this, that'll make that less likely to be the case. So we've got this. Oh, let's not have this wasting power. We'll take the egg out of that. It's just going to make it a little bit more easier to breathe around the base for the dupes. All that hydrogen in the rooms. Also, let's check on hydrogen up here. It's accumulating quite a bit. So we're also wanting to dig out all these spots here for hatches. It would be a good idea if we could get up here to get access to a little bit of hydrogen up there, or oxygen area for the dupes to be able to dig around. So we want to fill these guys down here with hatches. So we gotta look for some buried objects to make that happen. Scientist, I believe, is working on a hydrogen generator. So we're going to put that in here in time. And burn some of this hydrogen. That will prevent one of the dupes from having to use the manual generator so much. That's going to save us lots of effort. Another egg. Okay, calling Hugger. Let's process an egg. Okay, they're on break, so I guess they're going to arrive in the morning. In case we ever have eggs we want to reprocess, let's put this down here. Maybe during the night time I'll get one of the other dupes. Stop collecting eggs and let everyone in here for the meantime. Make that a priority build. Oh, someone is just flying around the base. They're excited. They're about to create a great hall. Is it a great hall yet? It is, okay. So now the dupes get a +6 to morale when they're in here. Okay, got another egg we're incubating. That's good news. And any eggs that doesn't have the lullaby effect, I can put in here, and I can say put all critter eggs that are swept only. Now I'm going to kick all the other dupes out of this room and tell them to drop off critter eggs, or specifically hatch eggs. Right there. Any more hatches around, dupes? None in this little area. Not a whole lot of hatches at the moment, but lots of buried objects to potentially discover them in. Excellent. Let's get someone to build this, because Scientist has a lot of hydrogen in their area, as well as the cots. That could be a hatch. To be careful about the buried objects around here, just because that's going to ruin the status rooms. To make sure this goes back. Put one here. Put one here. Oh, there's a hatch. Amazing. Okay, you're going to be wrangled. Let's restore the status of our laboratory right there. Any more eggs? We'll check this every so often. Put in a hydrogen generator. Now if we're going to run that, that could cause circuitry overloading, so we're going to put heavy watt wire in here. Just going like this. Put a regular tile underneath. Won't connect it just yet, but we'll have this ready to go. Because if I tune up the hydrogen generator and the manual generator, there's way too much power for this circuit. So that's going to transformer will protect that. What could we potentially research next? Priority-wise, one option would be the fire pole. And is there anything else? I also would like to have a washroom or a liquid reservoir for that, but insulation or the candidates. I think a quick fire pole installation. It's going to help the dupes move around the base. Let's do that. One egg can be reapplied. Oh, I see another hatch. Okay, let's wrangle you. Where are we? We've got 3 of 6, so we're halfway there. I want to create another stable as well. So I want to have 6 in each of these rooms. So feeding these guys some sandstone. We forgot light in this room too. That's an opportunity we could do. Of course, we're going to have automated shut off. So it's not on when the dupes are not there. Let's just put in a tile right here. Now I see some options here for hatches. We'll have to be careful to fill those back in. Again, I don't want to ruin the room status for very long. Okay, is this receiving hydrogen? It is not. Okay, so that's fine. We'll tile back in here. We need to be able to actually complete this 3rd room, because I don't think it should be too long before we'll fill these guys over here with or fill the stable with hatches. Okay, let's pause. At high priority, want to have these 3 tiles filled in dupes. And is there an opportunity to do some eggs? There is. So Hugger should be on the way. This is not a room. I guess that's because of that tile. Yep, of course. Hugger's a little confused. Or Rancher, I mean. Let's really get to someone on this, because they think they have to wrangle these because there's too many hatches in this room. There we go. That should stop that little bit of confusion. So I didn't up the priority of this. I should do that so that Hugger knows. Go in there. And where are you off to, Hugger? If you're going to use the washroom, I guess that's fine. But if you're going to clean, yeah, okay, that's acceptable. When you're done there, come down here. Any more buried objects? Let's make this a priority so we get a little bit of oxygen in this area. And we'll start digging around for more buried objects. Here, here, here. Hopefully we find some hatches. Okay, just waiting for those eggs to pop out. You are hungry. You must not have been... Oh, we are at the end of the cycle. Okay, I guess I'll get Hugger on the beginning of the next cycle. So I can actually put a pipe right here, but not actually connect that. Nine of 6. 6 of 6. Okay, we need to get this this area here built, dupes. And it's saying this is not a state. Oh, yeah, okay, I guess I see why. I see why. We can fix that. Let's get this next stable built. That is the current priority. And then the door just in case we want to get out over the other side eventually. While the dupes are working on all that, we'll call Hugger down here to start off their morning. Incubating some eggs for us. This one can be brought over too. Okay, so they're gonna hug the first egg. We'll remove it. Oh, we forgot to trap them. This is what happens when you don't trap Hugger. They go off and get distracted by something else. Let's try this again. Okay, so Huggers are processing the second egg of the cycle. Let's do the third egg. Awesome, here we go. So we're doing this just so that these eggs hatch quicker. So the quicker they hatch, the quicker we can cook them and eat them. Increase their skill at the same time, awesome. And they're excited about some research that was done. Oh wait, I think that was an egg that already has the... Okay, so now I can tell Hugger, you can go out and join the other dupes. Because we've got to complete this room. At the same time, search for hatches. It'd be nice if that was a hatch. Nope. We're going to want to cut off this area. But I don't want to see any dupes get stuck down here. See some muckroot. I can see we're going to need a ladder. For nothing else for this muckroot. Let's make this drop-off area a priority. So we've got 6 and 4. We've got to stay on the lookout for more hatches. Okay, what could we research next? We could install that fire pole. Insulation is one option. So there's a lot around this space that could be insulated. Or we could work on a washroom. Let's work on the washroom first. But I think now we are ready to switch this over. This is awesome. Okay. So let's connect this up. So now I can actually enable hydrogen generation. Hopefully hydrogen is on the way. It is awesome. So that's going to allow us to produce more power here. And this is going to turn this off to not waste hydrogen at the same time. Let's check down here. We've got all our eggs with a lullaby effect. That's looking good. Let's check that these two rooms actually have the full 96. The full 96. We can start dropping off hatches over here once we find them. If we find them. Let's look for more hatches. Gonna be on the hunt for our hatches. Gotta build a ladder for them to get access to that. Maybe one of these two will be a hatch. Who knows? Get access to over here. There's 2 opportunities for a hatch right there. One right here. Another one. All kinds of options. Fortunately, there's a bunch underneath the power plant. Let's look. I'll have to remember to clear or rebuild these tiles very soon. Quickly down here. Just looking fine. I think we'll wait to the next cycle to process more eggs. More excitement and scientific research has been completed on our base. Another option right here as well. I'm going to tell the dupes to do all this as high priority just so I remember to seal this all back up. A hatch? No. I'll have to check those places that the dupes have been digging for hatches. Speaking of which, let's do that now. Another spot. Another spot. Some food. I don't see any hatches, but I'll use this tool as a check. No. Ah, there's one. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Miner is stuck because this little piece of sand got in the way. Why can't you just kick sand? Let's just do that at high priority. So no one can even get over here either. This door is, I think, all that's needed to make this stable. Some hatch options over here. One up here. The ladder's going to be needed there. So we're at 8 dupes right now. I don't plan to go up anytime soon. The potential one here. So let's build a fire pole. Allow the dupes to go down fast. More hatch options here and everywheres. Kinds of options, and possibly even down here. Some muck root. I think we're going to need a ladder for them to get access to that. And let's search for hatches. Oh, no, you're not a hatch. So we'll have a fire pole going. Oh, let's look over here. Excellent. So we can do more eggs. Mark all those to be brought over. Tell Hugger this time, don't leave the room when you enter. Not until I say, anyway. Let's check that this is actually high priority. 7. It's looking good. And Hugger is here. Let's incubate an egg. So we'll land on the ground first. So they're going through the first egg this cycle, the next one. And look, oh, there's a buried object. You never know when you're going to find a hatch. I think there's one more egg. Yep, that's the last one. So they're going to add the lullaby effect to that one as well. Oh no, we're out of power. We're out of power. Well, even though the batteries are full, this is only outputting 1,000. So we're just not able to provide enough power to that machine. So it would be beneficial, I think, to make a second one of these guys. Connect that up. And we're going to split this circuitry, so each side doesn't become overloaded and has enough actual power to provide everything that I need to. Just like that. I don't know if it's possible for the hatches to be in the granite tiles, but we'll look. Okay, don't actually... Oh, hold on. Don't actually connect this just yet. Okay, and let's not forget about you. You've done this egg, so you're done for this day. You can go back to the base and do some work. I'll search for hatches. I see another buried object. Let's not do that. Come on, hatch. Come on, hatch. Nope. Muck root. Not a bad thing. We found anything here? What about over here? Nothing, nothing. If we don't find hatches, I guess we'll just have to wait for these eggs to hatch. Bring those guys in. So this isn't... Oh, I guess this is why. Almost have that as a room ready to go. Don't find... Oops. Oh, another object here. So we're not finding these things, we're having to look in places that are destroying rooms. This is the Great Hall. Actually, hold on. If I'm smart about this, actually, I don't have to destroy the room. Might as well put this in. So now we have a fire hall, or a fire pole, rather. Working on a second circuitry system. Ah, so you can be wrangled, even though you're not an adult. If I did find adults, I would prefer to put those in, because they are going to be producing eggs first. But worst case, we'll put you in the stable. Tiger almost did that for us, but they went on break. Okay, research time. What did we do last? Oh, we've got our liquid reservoir, so we can work on our washroom. And insulation. Let's also get miner to start the process of digging up, because we want this ladder to go way up. Make sure the dupes are actually able to get across here. It looks good to me. So this is a good time to look for hatches. They are out walking about because they only come out at nighttime. I'm going to say they're all in the stables. Let's do a double check on our rooms that we haven't crushed any rooms. And we've got our third stable now, which is good. We even have this hatch here, so with this 6, we need 5 more. So we're doing well. Oh, another one of these guys. Oh no, or is that the same one? Awesome. That's right, Hugger didn't actually manage to wrangle them, did they? There we are, Hugger's down here. These eggs don't need to be done just yet. Hydrogen generation is preventing this from running. Let's disable this. No sense of giving that a tune-up if it's not needed. Excellent. We are going to want to get way up, and I prefer to have a ladder system that goes straight up than have to go around. We'll need 5 more of those hatches. Let's look. I don't think we found any, but we recently did some digging here. Nope. Is there any in some coal areas? Because that's sometimes hard to see. Now I could dig in here. I think I will. Let's wait until... Oh, dupes can't get over there. Just realized that. Just thinking this may cause the hatches not to be able to survive if we go in here. So I'll dig down like this. I'm just going to put this guy right there, thinking that the hatch could at least stand there and not drown if there is in fact a hatch here, here, or here. See how this goes. They do drown. I guess that is just meat. Worst case. Okay, so research on insulation has started. We can build a washroom. Washroom is going to need some water. And the polluted water is going to have to go out. We're going to have a liquid reservoir over here somewheres to store the polluted water. We'll deal with it another day. That can just go in here. So we designed this base that only 2 dupes at a time need to go on a break. Oh, new egg. And actually the eggs could be reprocessed. You're not being picked up because none of the dupes will go in there. Let's do this. So someone will pick you up. Tiger is putting some food in there, but hopefully they're going in here soon. Excellent. Let's tell Hugger they can't leave. So they're going to do another egg. And yet another egg. Unless we're out of power. Have they solved this? I think so. Okay, let's do this. We just get too much running on this one circuit. So if I snap this, that means that the rock crusher, which isn't running now, isn't going to be there. But the this guy here, the electrolyzer and this pump, it's not a whole lot. Maybe I could have divided that a little bit better, but maybe that'll be enough. Let's see, do I have this right? That looks like two separate circuits. We'll see if this is any better. Oh, that guy was able to escape. They're not all adult anyway, so I'm not in a super rush to get them in the stable at the moment. Okay, so another egg to do. Just keep getting these eggs done. This eventually is going to lead to hatches that we want to eat as opposed to put in stables. So we'll have to get a kitchen together. I think we're going to put the kitchen right underneath this room. Convenient. We'll get a fridge in there too, so we can store barbecue meat after we've cooked it. Alright, that looks like all the eggs, so Hugger, you can leave. But before the kitchen, it's going to be a little bit before we're ready. Might as well put our washroom together. Looking forward to that because these things take a lot of time to unplug. We've kind of made it so the manual generator isn't needed anymore. It'd be very nice if we make it so these guys are also not needed, or at least the manual task of unclogging. No more progress there. You just get the 1K. It's possible, maybe. There's one over here. So 5 more hatches. Unless maybe one of these is a hatch. Now, when I upgrade this area, I'm going to be getting rid of the outhouses temporarily. So I'm going to put some temporary outhouses for the dupes to use over there. So our base is slowly being improved. Dupes are able to use a fire pole. Power production is much better. We've got this area here to incubate eggs in our stables. They're not all full, but at least 2 of them are full. And we just get 1 more to go. I do not think a hatch landed down there. Oh, we need to look over here. There's a possibility of a hatch being there. A lot of carbon monoxide though. So just to make it easier, maybe we'll put one of these guys in. Research, that was on insulation, okay, wasn't it? But let's put the washroom in first. So all this can go. See some idle dupes are not stuck. Oh, they are. Yeah, I figured they were stuck. What to do? You can either dig yourself out or someone could build you a ladder. Whatever happens first. We do get down here. I've got some buried objects for you to look at. One way down there. I think the chances of that might be a hatch. Some here as well. Okay, I have to decide how I want to have this area set up. Check that the dupes are actually on 2 dupes per cycle. They are. So I'm going to put showers here, but not at the moment. I'll wait until I at least am able to clean out or filter polluted water. Oh, that's the wrong type. We want an actual sink now. So it shows shower, shower with a light in between. Sink, sink, a light in between. And a lavatory. We need to move this over by 1. So that will allow 2 dupes to use our new washroom at the same time. At any given time. And this polluted water will be stored right here. Here we are, measured that water pipe just perfectly. Well, we are still more places to dig, but whoops, that's not what I meant to do. And look for hatches. I'm just not seeing any. Is there any buried objects that we could be looking for? Maybe one there, maybe one here. We should have a washroom. Awesome, that's giving us a +2 morale instead of a +1. But probably more important than that, the dupes don't have to wash their hand, or don't have to wash them. They don't have to unplug the outhouse, which is nice. I'm going to disable these buildings. If we ever run out of water, though, that this could be a mess. Or if this becomes backed up. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Actually, speaking of which, why don't we get rid of one of these and put in this second liquid reservoir, just in case. But we'll have to revisit that system another day. Oh, another buried object. The ones with coal, I tend to miss. Is that going to trap the dupes? I don't think so. Can they jump? Yeah, no, never mind. This should be fine. Still have not increased the amount of these guys, though. These eggs are hatching. It might be worth to find out to incubating 27%. Yeah, so yeah, they're both. If they're like 95% or more, it might not make sense to bring this over. Hugger, you can go in. It's saying they're not. Is everyone allowed to go in here? No. You get out. You get out. You're not allowed in. Alright, what did they drop? They dropped an egg that needs to be incubated, so not the end of the world. How are we doing with oxygen? Oh, we're doing good. Carbon dioxide is starting to fill up, though, down here. See an egg in here. Dupes are not going in here. Okay, that needs to be re-enabled. So someone needs to pick up this egg. Good job. The end of the cycle, so I guess we'll see Hugger in this room on cycle 22. So we've got a washroom. Let's just, for safety, put this in. Just realizing that to redo this pipe, so I can use the cutting tool, which is kind of nice. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Let's do some insulation. Make sure to use igneous rock. I might want to dig out some more igneous rock, actually. That's good. Better insulator than the other stuff that I have. Let's mop up here. Here we have some igneous rock right here. Buried objects too. And is that a hatch? It is not. No hatch. We've just destroyed our nature reserve, but we'll put that back. There wasn't a hatch over here, was there? Buried object right there. So if that is... No, they can still get around. Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to wrangle these guys. And we can do some incubation. Tubes are idle. Let's put in fire pole. And even though we don't have a lot of this rock, we get enough of this rock. Okay, where do we want to insulate? For one up here, this nature reserve doesn't have to be very tall. We'll just go right to the abyssite. And we will continue that like this. So that's one place that we want to insulate a bit. If you haven't dug into the abyssite area that much, so we're okay. But over here, this is another spot then. Decide how I want to do this. If I can, I might want to avoid disrupting that. We'll do it as a priority thing, just so that the dupes don't disrupt the status of the stable very long. Let's remove you, not forget about you. Can do another egg. And yet another egg. And after this insulation project, just thinking myself, what should we do next? I think the kitchen. Any other eggs that could be brought over? No, we're good. I'm going to tell all the dupes temporarily you can go in and out so that they can help pick up these guys. And then bring them over here. Yeah, we've lost our status, but that's just because of this. We only have to go to the abyssite. How do I want to do this? Let's go like this, this. And we'll just add a piece of insulation right there. Would also be good to do a piece here and here. And I probably want to put that tile back soon as we can, because that's disrupting this stable. I forget to tell you, you can go. Come on, chef. Let's get this done. It is a tough area to work in. Let's do that as a priority. Engineer's going to try finishing. There we go. Let's then work on this so we can restore the status of this stable. So I tell them that they can drop. Oh, that's why they're not being dropped off. And Hugger, you're not allowed in here. Get out of there. Get. Guess I should allow you to leave. This is, if I let Hugger get up there, they're just going to pick up these eggs and drop them up and down. And that means all by effect eggs are sitting here. It's not ideal. But we'll let those work themselves out. Go back in the next cycle. Let's look at research. What are we going to want to do next or coming up? Gas masks are one potential thing, because I see a lot of carbon monoxide. There's going to be a lot of hydrogen that we have to build in. Mechatronics engineering. Are we at all close? Oh, we've got some skill points to give out. Well, we're not cooking, but we're going to soon, so we'll give Chef that. Engineer, speaking of which. Aha, okay, not yet. But one more skill point, and then we'll have the Mechatronics Engineering. Maker. Let's give you, yeah, construction too. It's in your name, right? In scientist, I can either give you astronomy. You can do the mission control and telescope, or applied research. Yeah, applied research. That gives you a +2 science. And the material study terminal. Something we'll do soon. So we could do that for the Mechatronics Engineering, because there's just one skill left. But I think gas masks will probably be used first. Let's apply more insulation before we do anything else, though. Actually, let me design this kitchen out. Okay, let's get rid of that guy. So I want to put a fridge in the kitchen. I'm going to put the fridge right here where there's carbon dioxide. Hopefully we'll get carbon dioxide in there. Otherwise, simple enough, I can just build a simple pump. So I'd rather store food where there's carbon dioxide. So this is the kitchen. It's going to have a door on it. Doesn't look like we're going to get carbon dioxide sitting right there. It wouldn't take much to put it in. We've got carbon dioxide just sitting right here. A quick connection to power. And a little pump or pipe. We'll fix that. So we're going to want to have our electric grill put in. That right here. Right next to it, actually, change this, is going to be where we get these guys converted to meat. Because we're going for the Carnivore Achievement, we want to automate here as much as we can. The store doesn't have to be closed. Oh, did I get... yeah, let's remind the other dupes they're allowed back in now. So we want to pull eggs out as we find them. 4 of 6, we're using the little ones to do that. Is there any more adults that I may have missed? No. Not even one? Fine, fine. Thought for sure there was going to be one more. Okay, that's alright. So down here, we're going to store some water. Right here is where the fridge is going to be. It is a difficult area to breathe, I can see that. So I think the gas masks are going to be used for up here before anything else. So we can kind of limit the amount of construction and exploring that happens in this hydrogen area. So this is super helpful for getting the dupes off the manual generator and providing lots of power in our base. So I don't necessarily mind the carbon dioxide being there. So this has filled this area with carbon dioxide. Still see oxygen here. Let's just, out of good measure, just put in one more. Alright, so this guy, you're still wild. So I want you sitting in there until you're tamed. So we've got our insulation line going around. Let's continue that now. Oh, we're out of igneous rock. Got some over here though. More over here. Let's dig this out just in case there's a chance of finding a hatch there. Where is our eggs? Our eggs can be redone. Let's do that. So hug her back on the case. Gonna trap you in that room until you're done your job. This is the only time that it's useful to trap a dupe in an area. Sometimes if you trap them in an area where you want stuff built, they don't run around so much. The other dupes are looking for something to do. Let's destroy this. Destroy this. Might as well put in light automation for when this is going to become operational. Let's see, I'll put the lamp right here with an automation wire. And they're both going to need some power. Future fridge will also need some power. That's another egg done. Let's do another one. And still another one. While the dupes build some spot for the kitchen and do some insulation. We're up here, making sure the dupes have food for the future, an important task. We're going to increase the number of eggs each cycle until eventually there'll actually be too many eggs to actually do them all. But that's not a concern. Having extra eggs just means extra food, right? And we're going to have a fridge eventually to store that all. Speaking of which, let's go to food. Go to fridge and put in a spot for that. And see if we can complete the insulation now. We've got more of this material. Excellent. Another egg. And then if the dupes still don't have something to do, I want water right here. And we'll do yet another egg. That last egg of this cycle. Okay, you can go out and help the rest of the dupes. The other thing we'll want is a place here to keep the hatches down from drowning. And I want to get meat. Alright, have I missed anything else? Let's check our rooms. Stables, 96, 96, 96. These guys are actually groomed and happy. Groomed and happy. Groomed and happy little tiny baby there, but that's fine. This guy just become tame, okay. Which means, just want to verify, if I want to get all achievements in this game, go to the colony summary. I haven't done this yet, so we'll see some of the achievements I've got without even specifically trying. First teleport of call. So we want to look at the Critter Whisperer and just make sure that I've got this thing shine bug tamed. Okay, because shine bugs don't last very long. They don't provide meat, and they're just kind of a waste of effort over here in the grooming station, but I just want to keep them around just so we get that checked off. So we've got our washroom. We got a place to store that output. Probably going to want more Minitronics engineering stuff, so let's build some more metal and research it. I think that's higher up. Got solid transport. That'll be helpful. Insulation going on down here. We've got this. Okay, I think we would benefit from a place to put on gas masks. Just have to decide exactly where I want that. Let's do that about here. Now, if we have gas masks, we're going to have to produce those masks. Actually, this guy just realized doesn't have any light. Forget about that. Whoops. Well, you know what? If you don't have light, let's not have you in here until we do. Just because they're not getting a well-lit bonus. Whoops. So we're going to check this morning, this beginning of cycle 24, how the ag situation is. So maybe we want to get Hugger back down. So now we can build, is it a station or is it under refinement? I can't remember. Crafting, it's a station. Okay, so that's a crafting station. But let's check down here. We got new ag. And these eggs, there's only... Or is there any that need to be done? I'm having to go look on the other side. No, so just the one. That's fine. Let's just do the one egg then. Hugger, you're going to be trapped. Do we still need these populated? 2 more of those. Let's wrangle you. And then I've got to remember to remove this, otherwise we're just wasting power. So you can wrangle them and then take them over. So 1 more hatch. So they've already dug out. Oh, speaking of which, there's options here potentially for a hatch. Maybe we can get an adult hatch. Gotta be careful about how I approach this. All kinds of complexities here. Let's build a ladder going down. Because if there is a hatch here, I want someone to be able to take it out. Someone is idle. Well, now we're kind of getting at the point where I'm going to make a plan. I think I'd like to insulate. Maybe somewhere along here, because I like to keep the teleportation equipment available for access by the dupes. But I also want to get a little bit of temperature protection at the same time. Now that we can produce some gas masks, let's do that. Let's have one for every dupe plus 1, 9. We can create some copper. Let's create 14 pieces. When Minitronics engineering skill is available, that's going to help this area and the kitchen. So the dupes still don't have things to do. Let's keep just dig like crazy then. Any more eggs that need to be done? Oh, there's a new egg. Hugger, you're going down to do that. Dupes aren't able to cross this zone. 27,000 calories. Lots of oxygen. Carbon dioxide is building down at the bottom of the base. So I have to figure out what to do with that. Now I don't want to destroy it, so I've got plans for carbon dioxide and rocketry travel. Another egg. Alright, any more eggs that could be done, or do I let you go? I think we'll be back on the next cycle to 2 more eggs. There hasn't been any meat yet, otherwise I would see that as an option. 6, 6, and 4. So we still need 2. Did 1 get dropped? Let's just check on that. Okay. It's not going to be a very nice build, but I need someone to create these ladders. Might as well put in some lights for when the dupes are in the washroom. One for there, one for there. Oh, of course, that's going to need some power. Alright, I'm just too curious what is going on over here, dupes. If someone could get up there. So that is research. So we can't build that Minitronics engineering stuff yet. But at least we have the tech research for it. What is next? Possibly a carbon dioxide rocket, but we've got a ways to get to the top of this base. So we got to get those gas masks going. This is another option too, of material science research. We can also purify water. But let's start off with a carbon dioxide engine. Get some eggs. I gotta go in and individually select which eggs I want to process. This one, this one, this one. This is not gonna be a forever thing. This is just to ensure we get meat as soon as possible, as well as getting the Carnivore Achievement early. Eventually I won't have an incubator and I'll still be able to produce meat. I'm really hoping that we can get one more hatch. I think that Hugger is going to be down there in the next cycle. Yeah, it is their break time. See some overpressure right here. It's kind of making me a little nervous. What might be going on there? And also, there's a possibility of... Oh, there's another buried object. It's going to be a very wet job for whoever's going to do that, but I got to stick around, make sure hatches don't drown. Same time, water's getting a little low. We've got a water cache right here. Smaller-ish one there. So just might as well do this now, but we'll put in a pump. I think that's going to do for this particular day. I'll be back at this tomorrow. Don't quite have all our hatches in the stables, but they're mostly filled. We've been applying the lullaby effect here. We've got a washroom, great hall, nature reserve, much better power plant. Produce power kitchen, which hasn't been used yet, but that will happen soon enough. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully I will see you in